everybody, and welcome to Rocking the Pregnancy. My name is Karina Sky, and I am now 35 weeks pregnant. And today we're going to do a little bit of prenatal yoga and prepare ourselves for labor. Just a little on my background. I am a singer-songwriter. If you've been following the show, you see me performing everywhere with my belly as my belly is growing. I am also a yoga instructor for many years, about 10 years plus, and I have different certifications in yoga, from exercise type of yoga, hatha, to kundalini yoga, a lot of meditation. I'm also writing a book called Committed to Thriving, and I am also a doula. So today I'm gonna put all of this information together, and I'm gonna share with you some awesome tips of how to prepare for birth, mentally, physically, spiritually, and how to just be ready for the changes in life. This is my first baby, so as I prepare myself, I hope to be able to share some information with you guys, and we can do this together, all right? So join me, let's rock the pregnancy.
And we want to tell the whole world, as happy as we could ever be. We're gonna have a baby. Here it is.
So let's get started with a little breathing exercises. If you have a pen and paper, this is a good time to take some notes, because we're not gonna do the whole breathing the whole time, but I'm gonna talk about different types of breath that you can use not only before labor to prepare your mind and everything, but during labor, okay? And every yoga class starts with breathing exercises. Breathing is amazing. As you breathe and you breathe consciously, you can breathe without thinking about it, but as soon as you start directing your breath, your mind starts going towards your breath. And then the mind gets away from thinking and wondering and worrying, and you are focused on the present moment. So every yoga class starts with a breathing exercise. And just practicing breath, not only you are expanding your lung capacity, but you are also relaxing the body, you are also focusing the mind. So there are a few breaths that we use in yoga, and you can also use during labor time. So let's just start with breathing through the left nostril. So we're gonna close the right nostril and breathe in through the left. You can close your eyes and just listen to me for a little bit and breathe as deep as you can through the left nostril. Inhale very deeply and exhale all the air through the left nostril. And just continue this while I explain you why we're doing this. It's good to do this for about at least 1 minute to 1 to 3 minutes is great. When you breathe in through the left nostril, you are kind of stimulating the right side of your brain. And maybe you learned this in school when you were younger. Both hemispheres of your brain governs the opposite side of your body. So it's just a yogic type of practice to do alternate nostril breathing. But by breathing through the left nostril, you're stimulating the right side of your brain, which is the more artistic, the more feminine, the more relaxing side, the more abstract, as opposed to the opposite side. Your left brain is more objective, numbers, goal-oriented, facts, and action. So if your mind is going really crazy and you're like on these facts and numbers and goal-oriented and just trying to prepare and thinking about all the scenarios and you cannot stop thinking, breathe in through the left nostril. It's going to relax your mind. It also helps you to fall asleep. So breathing in through the left nostril slows you down, calms you down. So this is a great breath to practice before labor, you know, on those days when you are anticipating. Breathing through the left nostril. All right? So let's move on to another breath. We don't have too much time. I don't want to be bombarding you with information. Another great breath for us to do is Sitali Pranayama. It's breathing through your tongue. So you put your tongue out like this. If you cannot do a little straw with your tongue, you can just press it against a little bit of your upper lip like this. And you inhale and exhale through the tongue very deeply and slowly. This is a cooling breath. When you feel very overheated, you might be feeling already like this throughout the pregnancy. Now it gets into the hot stages. This cools you down. You can definitely use this during labor. You can use this when you feel hot, when you feel, you know, the energy is really, you're anticipating, you're nervous, it cools you down. You can even feel it. Close your eyes and just feel the breath coming in cold through your tongue and coming out warm. You release the heat and you cool down the body with the breath. This is great also to try when if you have a little mild fever. It's really good breath, and throughout pregnancy, throughout the labor especially, you can try this as you're focusing the mind, as you're cooling yourself down, not only during the first stages of labor and your light contractions, but also in between. It calms you down. It's called Sitali Pranayam. You can look that up. It's very famous in yoga. All right, another breath that we're going to do is just a rhythmic breath. So you might have seen in movies that people just do this type of panting breath when they are in labor. That's actually not a good idea because you can hyperventilate yourself. I think where they're coming from here is the rhythm. When you are now into the second stage of labor and into even the third you're going to be kind of pushing, but the second stage of labor, you're going through those contractions and they're a little more intense. A lot of women, they tend to focus on rhythm. Rhythm is very, very good to get your mind focused and just get through that contraction curve. Don't think about contraction, think about releasing. It's like opening up. So you, instead of contracting, that's why we practice yoga as well. When you feel the pain, our number one instinct is tensing. So when you're stretching your legs, our number one instinct is to tense. When we are practicing later, we're gonna try to switch that instinct, and instead of tensing up, we're going to relax into it. And it's the same situation during the contractions. Instead of feeling the tension, see if you can relax. And rhythm and breath is a great idea. So we're just going to practice a light breath to keep your rhythm. And we're just inhaling through the nose in 4 parts and exhaling slowly through the mouth. So it's you can continue this breath as I talk. You are inhaling through the nose, you are inhaling in a rhythm, and you exhale, and as you exhale, feel relaxing the body and letting go and opening up. This is a great breath for us to try during contractions and keeping the rhythm. If you have somebody helping you out, they're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, relax, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, relax, 2, 3, 4. And that's a great breath for us to keep and have something to do with our minds as we're going to that intense parts of our labor. Okay? And there is another type of breath that we're going to cover right here. Very simple. It's called the J breathing. And it's just through the nose. We're just going in and out through the nose, but we're going to envision letter J. So inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, let the breath go down. And come out from the tailbone as the letter J. And you are envisioning, you are doing visualization basically, and relaxing the entire body, and feel yourself opening up so the baby can come out. So you are opening up like a flower. Inhaling, you're just breathing in all the energy that you need. And exhale. You relax the entire body and feel yourself opening up like a flower. All right, so we have 4 awesome breaths here to use. It's the breathing through the left nostril that will help you to just relax the mind. You can start right away. You can do it right now. You also have Sitali Pranayam, then you can use it as a resource whenever you feel overheated, anxiety, stress, and the body is just building up that tension. Breathe through the tongue. You also have rhythmic breath. You don't have to do my rhythmic breath. You can create any rhythmic breath you want. You just don't want to do any panting, like breath of fire. Or because you might get a little winded and it might make you a little tired. So just breaking it up, inhaling in 4 parts and exhaling very slowly through the mouth. That will relax you and also give you rhythm. And also the J breathing, which is a lot of visualization. All right, so take notes. And then we're gonna go into some exercises that can open up our hips and prepare us physically for this awesome marathon that we're ready to run. All right, so let's do a little physical exercise. And let's just start by relaxing the shoulders and the neck. And you can just relax your shoulder, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, left ear towards the left shoulder. This is really good to do. You wanna relax the shoulders. This is very important, especially in between contractions when you are going through the phase that is just a break there. You want to try to restore yourself as fast as you can. Bring your arms up, inhale, bring your palms of your hands away, and just stretch sideways a couple times, just to open up a little bit of space in your rib cage. This is very good. Just do it one more time. I'm gonna kind of go a little bit fast through everything, so you can get everything that I have to show you. Bring your fingers, interlace your fingers behind your back. I'll turn around so you can see me. And inhale, stretch your chest. This is very good because as we start growing and getting our breasts and our belly big, we start curving forward a little bit. And then we're sleeping sideways like this. So do this in the morning. Open up, look up, stretch a little bit. You can swing lightly from left to right. And it feels really good. All right, relax your arms, roll your shoulders a couple times back and forward, just to release the tension before we really get to begin. And let's do a little butterfly first. So butterfly is great. It's opening up your hip and it's releasing the tension on your inner thighs. Really good to get started with a little butterfly. And you can even, if you want, just get a little bit of pressure. Close your eyes. Don't push it too much. You're just warming up still. But just this little pressure, it helps you to just a little weight to help you push a little down. Okay, you gotta be careful. If you have a little sciatica, you don't want to push it down. I'll give you sciatica exercises as well. All right, so this is great. And let's just do one more over here. Very good, so extend your right leg forward. Place your right hand on the floor. Hold your left foot with your hand. And just open up your leg here. And inhale, give a little stretch, and exhale. Bring that knee under your armpit. Inhale, stretch, and exhale, pull it in. I think we might have done this on prenatal for first trimester and second trimester. This is really good, and I do this all the time. Excuse me. And you stretch, and this is preparing for that pushing situation when your knees are behind your back right there. Okay, so you kind of recognize this position. And let's just bring it in front of you right here. So with your right hand you hold your left foot, your left hand hugs your left knee, and you rock the baby. And rocking the baby, this one is good for sciatica. It's good for opening the hip as well. You can even make a little fist and just do a little massage over here. Just a little bit. Very good. And we'll switch sides and we'll go a little quicker on the other side. So left hand on the floor, right hand just swing it a little bit, and you can open up and squeeze it in. You don't have to open up too much. You just want to stretch a little bit back and forward, pull it behind. Just prepare yourself for what's to come, all right? And I'm gonna show some laboring positions that are really good for you to open the hip as you are in labor, all right? So switch hands, but first we gotta just prepare. Make sure that we're ready for this. And you do this, when you start laboring, you do this every day. You should do this every day, because it's going to start loosening up your muscles a little bit and giving a little more of stretch. So whenever the time comes, you're going to do those positions and you're not gonna hurt yourself and pull a muscle when you are on those positions. All right, so shake your legs. Okay, we're gonna go straight to our hands and knees. So let's go into our hands and knees. And we're doing a little bit of cat-and-cow, and then I'll show you a laboring position. Okay, so when you do cat-and-cow when you're pregnant, you don't want to move much your lower back. It's mostly upper back. So you inhale and you stretch your chest. And as you exhale, don't squeeze your belly in, but just push your hands against the earth and tuck in your chin. And you feel the stretch mostly on your upper back. So let's do this 3 more times. Inhale, you stretch your chest. You see that I'm not doing too much of this, like my lower back stays straight and not bending down. So you keep on aiming your tailbone all the way back. And exhale, push it in, and just do 2 more times. Inhale, stretch your chest. Exhale, push it in, and 1 more, stretch your chest. Exhale, push it in. All right, there is an awesome position for first stages of labor, okay? And you can relax, and I have a ball here. I'm gonna show one without a ball. So you open up your knees a little bit, and then you can place your elbows on the floor. You can have a pillow here. I don't have a pillow right now. My cat's sleeping on my pillows. And you can just relax over here and just swing your hips from left to right. This is really good. It can open up a little bit. But the problem right here is that you're not using gravity too much. All right, but this helps you to relax. And you can have somebody right here massaging your back if you're having back labor as well. And another option, if you have a ball, is just hugging your ball and doing the same position right here. And this feels really, really good and relaxing. You can just breathe in here, somebody can massage your back, and you are opening up. All right? So this is really great. Let's continue. So we're going to bring the right foot forward on the outside of your right hand, so it's a little more open right here. And we can come all the way up. If you have a chair, you can use a chair. You can also use the ball. I'm gonna use the ball for my support. You can just hold the ball. I'll put it a little forward. So you're going to first, just for warming up purposes, swing back and forward 4 times. Inhale, you go a little forward, and exhale, you go back. Inhale, you go forward, and exhale, you go back. You can hold your ball, you can place your elbows on the chair, or if you don't have a ball and if you don't have a chair and you are okay, you can just place your hands on the floor. Inhale, exhale, 1 more, inhale, exhale. And now let's go all the way forward, all the way forward. Be careful with your knee. If your knee hurts, put a little padding under your knee. And we're gonna stay here for a little bit. You see that I am opening the hip right here. If you want, get this ball over there. If you want, you can use your hand to just push this knee a little more to the side and just breathe right here. Long and deep. If you feel the stretch in your groin, you don't want to tense. You pull it back a little bit and you start relaxing until you feel that you are relaxing into the posture. And you breathe in and out long and deep through the nose. All right? And you do the same thing on the opposite side. Come to the opposite side. We're just gonna go run it so quickly. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can keep one hand on your knee and you swing back and forward. Swing back and forward. And after a few times, you see if you can stay there. You can pull your knee a little more to the side so you can get a little more of an inner thigh stretch as well. And you breathe. Very good. All right, let's keep on going. This will prepare you. This is a great laboring position. So if you are doing the contractions and you want to open up, you can hold someone. You can just be right here. You can hold right here and stay in that position. Switch legs when you need. All right. We're gonna do now downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And downward facing dog is It's a good position to help you flip your baby. If your baby is already in a position, you don't have to do it. My baby is already in a position, but I still do it every day because I love it. It stretches my arms and it gives you a little stretch on the back of your legs. All right, you don't have, that's not a laboring position, that's a pre-labor position. You do it before, you do it as you are preparing for labor, all right? So downward dog, we're gonna curl the toes. And for pregnant women, you wanna have your legs wide apart. And you keep your knees slightly bent, and you push your chest towards your thighs. And just right here, you can walk the dog, lift your right heel up, your left heel up, and just stretch over here slowly. This feels really good. And you're breathing deeply. You can stay here for 30 seconds to a minute. If this is comfortable for you, you do that. If it's not comfortable for you, it's not necessary. It's just a good stretch. All right? After this, let's work on a little squat. Squatting is amazing, and that's why we had to warm up, because squatting is one of the best positions for us to do during labor. Now we have a couple of options. You can have someone helping you out. All right, let's just go straight into a low squat. You can start right here. So you are with your knees open, you are on your toes, and you can push yourself up backwards towards your heels. I'm gonna turn around a little bit right here so you can see me. And if you can, try to place your heels on the floor. Right there. This might be hard for you. This is a hard position. If this is uncomfortable, you can hold a chair, you can come a little higher, you can keep your toes on the floor right here. But if you have been doing this, and if you are not on 35 weeks, if you are still a little bit first, try to go into a deep squat every day, a little bit of a squat right here, because this is an incredible laboring position. There are a lot of natives that give birth on this position, and they just stay right here and they breathe and then pop it. Easy said than done, but this uses gravity, opens up your hips, and you can actually relax and just breathe in here. If you have the capacity of staying here, it's not a very tiring position. You can stay here for a little bit and just breathe in through the nose. You can also have somebody behind you holding under your arms right here and supporting you. You can also have somebody in front of you and you are hugging their hips and they're holding your arms with their hands. And if you're not able to come all the way down because the knees might hurt, the heels might hurt, you can always be right here and also holding someone and just opening up. But if you are right here, not gonna be able to stay here for that long because your quadriceps might be getting tired. And that takes us to the next one. Just keep on doing a couple squats over here. You can do about 10 of those or 20 of those per day. You should do it a little bit of those every day. You don't want to get too tired. You want to keep your hands on your belly, or you can place your hands up, and you want to keep your spine over your head, over your tailbone. You don't want to go down too much. Just want to stay right over here. Just use the weight to strengthen your quadriceps and your glutes and your hamstrings. All right? You don't want to get too tired when you are in your third trimester, but it is good to do a little bit of every day so you feel the strength in your quadriceps and you can support yourself during labor. Now we're gonna go to the ball. And in the ball, there are a few things you can do. I already showed you, but this is one of my favorites. This is really good, and you can do this at any time throughout the entire pregnancy, especially on your third trimester. You just sit on the ball and roll yourself back and forward. This is very relaxing and very soothing on your hip, and it helps your hip to open up. And let's suppose that you are in labor. You can use the ball at any time to relax you. So open up a little bit of your butt and sit right in there. And you can just stay here. You can place your hands on your knees and just go from left to right, sitting on your ball, relaxing the hips, and just opening up. So these are a few things that you can do to prepare for labor and during labor. And this is gonna really help you to just open up. It helps you to dilate. It helps you to move the baby into the right position. And it's very important. So if you are not even on your third trimester yet, just start doing some of those so you can condition your body and prepare yourself for this very special time. All right? So stick around, and now I'm gonna talk about relaxation and rehabilitation and some great mind over matter techniques. All right? Stay there. All right, so this next part is very special and very, very important. You know when you go to a yoga class and they have the relaxation in the end and you're like, oh my goodness, how long has it been? Maybe I'll just leave. Never do that. This is one of the most important times in yoga because it's after all of the mind awareness that you developed throughout class. You were aware of your body, you were aware of your breath. Now it's really learning how to slow down the mind and really, really pay attention on the body. It's called the withdrawal of the senses, pratyahara. And especially if you are about to give birth, this is going to be extremely important for you because it's actually learning how to replenish your body in the least amount of time. So it's learning how to switch your nervous system from fight or flight, from the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is more the restorative. And the best way to do this is through Shavasana, Pratyahara, learning how to slow down the mind and shut down the mind and relax the entire body. So I have a couple props here that I use on my prenatal classes and the ladies love it. I have 2 blocks. You don't have to have it, you can have a pillow, 2 pillows. So you put one pillow down, and I'm actually putting a block like this and creating a little more of a leverage. You can create a higher leverage too, but this block is not so stable, it might fall. But what you're doing is just propping a pillow up like this. And bring it a little more here. And this is a harder pillow, so it's gonna stay and not sink down. In class, we use a bolster, but I don't have bolsters here. And then you can have a tiny little pillow just to support your neck and one to go under your knees. When you are pregnant, especially on the last trimesters, you don't want to be laying completely on your back. So here you are. It's much better with the bolster because the bolster is a little higher, harder. And you just relax your legs here. You can also just get a little butterfly. You can place your hands on your lower belly, or you can just keep your elbows on the floor. And when you are in this position relaxing, all you want to do is observe the mind. If the mind is thinking about stuff, you want to send the thoughts away, acknowledge that they came, smile at them. You're never going to have no thoughts. The thoughts will be coming over and over. It's natural. You are a human being. You are highly intelligent and highly thoughtful, for lack of a better word. So the mind is always thinking. There are like thousands of thoughts per second that will come in a blink of an eye. Your goal is not to pay attention on them and learn how to not get caught up by the thinking. So you see the thoughts coming, you let them go, and you keep your awareness on your body. And this is important right now. Learning how to feel the body relaxing without having to move. You keep your body very relaxed, and you go part by part. You feel your feet relaxing, you feel your legs relaxing, your knees, your calves, your quads. You feel your back, your belly, your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. You check to see if you're not holding any tension in your neck. You relax your jaw, you relax your tongue. Disconnect your tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let it rest in your jaw. Relax your entire face. Relax the brain. And then you keep on going deeper. See if you can feel your heart rate slowing down. That's when the parasympathetic system starts to be engaged. You feel your breath getting a little more calm, almost imperceptible. Even the digestive system slows down. The mind slows down. The baby feels it. And this is what you're going to do in between contractions. At the beginning, at the first stage, yes, you have a lighter contraction, you can still walk around, you eat. But when you start entering the second stage, you want to preserve your energy. You want to really, in between contractions, you want to stay present. You want to just relax the entire body and see if you can replenish yourself. See if you can replenish your energies. Stay calm and let go of the thoughts. Don't think about, oh my gosh, what I just went through, how many times. No, let it go. Don't even consider what happened, what's going to happen, how long you have. You want to just shut down the mind for a little bit and just be there. Relax the entire body. So the body has like a recharging, like if you're putting your battery and you're plugging in your battery in the outlet, recharging for a few minutes. And you can stay here for a while. We're not doing this right now for the purpose of making this video a little shorter, alright? When you want to get out of here, the best way, especially you got her foot right here, or her butt, especially when you're pregnant, you either turn into one side or turn to this side. Elbow on the floor, you see my elbow, and you adjust yourself a little bit sideways, use your hand, and then come up to a sitting position. And we're gonna do a nice little meditation here to finish up. So sit up straight, and I will talk just briefly about meditation, just like I did about relaxation. Very, very essential in life, not only during labor. When you meditate, you are learning to observe your thoughts and be selective with your mind. During meditation, you're not even being selective. You just don't pay attention on the thoughts, no matter what. They're coming in, you smile at them, see them go away, and try to bring yourself back. You are learning how to be the observer. What happens is that every thought can cause an emotion. Sometimes they're just random thoughts, you don't even pay attention, but sometimes all of a sudden you're thinking about something and you're creating a little story in your head, and all of a sudden your body believes, just like if you're watching a movie and your body starts to respond. You create an emotion and there you go. You are feeling it and it's very real. Now you're feeling either anxiety, stress, fear, or maybe great feelings. You're feeling loved, you're feeling reminiscing about the past, you're feeling great emotions. The thing is that some thoughts are supportive of our growth and our evolution and our thriving and our success. Other thoughts are not. How do you tell which ones are which? How do you tell which ones to pay attention when you don't even realize that you're thinking in the first place? When you're just going on and on and on, and when you catch yourself, the thought already turned into an emotion. And now it's harder to turn back because the emotion is already released. The hormones are released and they already caught you. So when you meditate, you are learning to observe your mind. Then you can use this technique throughout the day. And it's super important because then throughout the day you start realizing, why am I thinking of this? This is not helpful for me. And you let it go before it even turns into an emotion. If you don't have this ability to see the thought coming, it's just gonna catch you out of guard. And all of a sudden, you are going into this little story in your head, creating this little conversation, and you got caught up into your own little inner world that is telling the truth, not even real. Most of the time, 99.9% is just creativity. It's either thinking too much about the past and worrying, or making shit up about the future. And you have no control about the future. Especially at this time in life when we are wondering how the future is going to be. So don't wonder, just take one step at a time. You can prepare, you can be prepared, but you cannot anticipate. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference of preparing yourself for whatever it is to come, or making assumptions and anticipating and suffering by anticipation. We don't want to suffer by anticipation. We we want to be prepared. And part of being prepared is all this yoga we did. Now you trust yourself, you trust your instincts. You're ready for whatever it is to come. If I end up getting to C-section, if I end up getting to this, my mind is neutral. I'm accepting whatever it is to come, and I'll do my best in whatever situation. Instead of just not being prepared, anticipating, creating a story in your head of how things should be. And when things are not the way they should be, you blow up. Now you lose control, and now everything went down the drain, and then you don't enjoy the present. So let's do this, and I want to urge you to try to do this at least 3 minutes a day. You grab your phone, you put a timer, and you don't look at the clock for 3 minutes. You let the clock ring. All you're going to do is just sit up tall, relaxed, close your eyes, and observe the thoughts coming, and catch yourself entertaining the thoughts. And before you continue that conversation, send the thoughts away. Bring the mind back to just feeling your breath, to just feeling your body. This moment, you can hear every sound, but nothing distracts you. And we're not doing this for 3 minutes over here because the movie is already too long. But you have to do this at least 3 minutes a day, so you can start training your brain to serve you. Very important. And another hint that I would like to put it out there, another tip for doing labor, and that's something that I'm gonna use, is having headphones or having earplugs for whenever I am into this zone that I wanna just tune everything out, because people might be coming in or whatever. The least people you have in your labor, the easiest it is, okay? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. I am now 35 weeks and I'm having IUGR, which is intrauterine growth restriction. So she's not growing as much as she should. And doctors are talking about inducing her earlier, so she's not there too long and just getting smaller and smaller and not getting enough nutrition. So we will decide that in 37 weeks. I'm not thinking about that, but I am ready for whatever it is. My goal is to have this child healthy, and my goal is to be healthy to take care of this child. So whatever I need to do, I will weigh the pros and the cons, and I will make my decision, and I will be ready. So if I have to be at a hospital and I have everybody there running in and out and telling me things and everything, I want to try to make this as peaceful as possible. Still, I'm not gonna have many more people. I'm not getting my mother-in-law, my mother, my sister, my dad. No, it's just gonna be me, my husband. My husband is a firefighter and paramedic. Hopefully he's gonna be the one delivering, and my doctor and the nurses. But sometimes you have a nurse talking and this and that, and you hear the beep, 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 beep from the monitoring and everything, and that stresses you out. So you have a little earphone with music, and you have somebody that advocates for you, your doula, your midwife, or your partner, your husband, your friend, your best friend, whoever is gonna be supporting you there. That person can be there, kind of aware of everything that is going on, while you get yourself on your own little world and just feel your body doing what it's supposed to do. All right? So if you have any questions, please put it down in the comment. This is a long video, but I hope you enjoyed. You can skip in the page, the parts there, and just take whatever works for you. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. And also, I have a lot of music. I'm releasing an album called Birth, Baby, and Beyond in this next couple of weeks before she comes. It's almost done. And there is a song there called Birthing that it's like a 12 to 13 minute song. And it's amazing. It just builds up like a contraction and slows down. And this is what I am going to be listening over and over while I'm giving labor, to just have the relaxation and have that sense of focus coming in. If you are interested, I probably will put this song in the background as we're doing our yoga. And this is it for now. So stick around and I'll put updates on how baby Lua is going to be. So until then, let's prepare for labor. Let's do some prenatal yoga and let's just be present. Whatever it is to come, we are ready. We trust ourselves and we're ready to take on any challenge without any fear, trusting that we can face anything. Thank you for joining me. My name is Karina Sky and I'm glad to be here. Namaste.